We'll be back to get this one started after this. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We've got the deciding Game 7 of the World Series. It's the Boston Red Sox and the Chicago Cubs. Folks, Jon Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. It's Game 7, everything on the line. And Chris, as a player, this is the spot you dream of.
I guarantee you, as kids, they've made up this scenario. Game 7 of the World Series, bases loaded, and all that pressure there. Well, here's the reality tonight. The key, act like you're in the backyard all over again. See if you can come through with something big.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now. Today's starting pitcher, Yu Darvish. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And that one almost hit him. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And delivers outside. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Leading off tonight for Boston.
On the north side of Chicago, Jon Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Here's Mookie Betts. Righty delivers. Fouls one off. 2-2. Righty to the plate. And down on strikes he goes. One away. And Martinez. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. To second, and he's out. Here's a Boston cleanup hitter. 2 outs. That misses. 2-1. And a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 7. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. And the Red Sox lead 1. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. You're watching the World Series on the show. Back here with my pal Siggy. And starting in this one, Nathan Eovaldi.
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the right fielder, number 18. The 1-2. Just off the inside edge.
It's a good take.
That one misses. And now 3-2. The pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And the pitch. And that's ball four.
A great back and forth in that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow he found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. And that one upstairs.
2-2.
Nobody out. Runner at first. That just misses, and it's 3-2. Oh, he hit him.
You hit him.
And that got him pretty flush. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Here's Chris Bryant now. And he takes one right on the black, and it's 2-2. Next offering misses down and away. The pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 3-2. Got him. And that is a big first out.
Big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound. No question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
2 on, 1 out. Here's the veteran first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Here comes a pitch. Fall off foul.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to
pulls it down, and there are 2 away. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Fires across the diamond, and that is the inning. End of 1, and we're still scoreless. And we're back. Second inning set to go. And the batter now, Xander Bogaerts. And the right-hander deals. Splits the plate, and it's 1-2. Some of the most dramatic moments in baseball history have come in Game 7 of the World Series. You think of Luis Gonzalez's walk-off single in 2001, or how about Bill Mazeroski, 1960, his walk-off homer won it for the Pirates over the Yankees. Kawhi to kick the pitch.
Full count.
Yeah, and a more recent Game 7 with incredible drama was 2016 with the rain delay and going into extra innings between 2 franchises who were hoping to end their title droughts. One of the great postseason games ever, the Cleveland Indians and the Chicago Cubs.
The line of the pitch. That one misses, so lead-off walk. And now it's Nunez. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
They had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And now the center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr. Runner takes off. Pitch outside. Throws save. That's a stolen base.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on them and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
The Red Sox with a chance to score first here in Game 7 of the World Series. And another ball. Darvish, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. And that one fouled off. Payoff pitch. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Left-hand batter waits. Bounce to the right. Nice grab. Gathers and throws. Nicely done for the out.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
Here's the catcher. 2 outs. And another ball.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Now a fly ball to right center. In trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the 3rd out. No runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. Now to the bottom of the 2nd. We're tied 0-0. Back here at the friendly confines, bottom of the inning, and now it's going to be Jason Heyward. Foul ball there. On the ground. In plenty of time to first. 1 up, 1 down.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Bounced up the middle. Bogarts with the throw to first. Baez gone in the play.
Batting it. No left field.
Patrick Wisdom, the next come to hit. His home run numbers stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And the Cubs are down in order. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here's the second baseman, Brock Holt. This one lifted in the air, left field. Squeezes it, and there's 1 down.
Now back.
So the lineup flips over. Benintendi up here. Now a screamer into the outfield. And Benintendi's up. And there's 2 down. And now it's Mookie Betts. Turns and fires to Betts. And that's another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Just missed. JD Martinez waits on deck. Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now. Top of the 3rd, no score. Ground ball, left side. Nice play. Throw
is over there at the hot corner. Nice job of making that play and ending the inning.
Your time is up, this your third out. Plus we got hitters on deck, what you word now. We gon' pull up, hood up.
Here at Wrigley Field, Vic Caratini at the plate. And a pitch.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt. In the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the...
Got it, and he can't hang on. Still able to get it there in time. And they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Here's another look with Statcast singing. The throw needed to be strong to beat the runner, and it was.
Yeah, that play was close, and I think we need to credit that 88-mile-per-hour throw as the difference maker right there. That's just impressive.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup, and now the right fielder. One down, base is empty. And another ball. Right-hander kicks, deals. And that is in for a strike. It's 2-2. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. He's got it. 2 down.
The designated hitter, number 4.
Tommy La Stella to the plate. Singing in Game 7, you're talking about the heart of the order, the big-time players. This is one of the guys that they need to come through with a big performance.
Yeah, and when you come into this situation, there's some pressure there. His teammates are looking to him to lead this one, and I think he's going to do it.
The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Chris Bryant gets a chance to hit here. Sliced hard but foul. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You've got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the third. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So 1 hit is all they get. 3 innings are complete now in Game 7. No score. Back here at Wrigley Field, Jon Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, J.D. Martinez. And here it comes. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And a count 2-1. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And makes the grab. And there's 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Swing and a miss.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm. Set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
That's the ball.
The next pitch misses. 2-2. And there's a ball.
You got a full count.
The pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him, man. You know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
It's Xander Bogaerts now. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And the next pitch is way outside. Inside, almost got him. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Oh, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Darvish checks on the runner, and he's back in easily. Wouldn't chase that time. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. On now to the bottom of the 4th. We're tied, 0-0. It's the last game of the season, Game 7 of the World Series. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Anthony Rizzo.
That missed. That's the ball.
Just missed. That one fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
So here's Murphy now. Just missed.
Ball. 2-1.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here at the bottom of the 4th. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul. 1 down, base is empty. Got him swinging. Here's Jason Hayworth. The pitch. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Benintendi hustles to get it in. They hold the runner at second, so another base hit could get us our first run in this one.
Everything came together for him. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance, and rate transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
And in scoring position with 2 away. Now a chance for Javier Baez. And at second. Ground ball up the middle, and that chance handled. Now the throw to first on the run. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. So they can't do anything with a 2-out double. We're headed to the 5th. No score. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr. Bradley waits. Now One fouled off, 2-2. And another ball.
Count is full.
And he grounds one to the right side. Murphy. And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Now batting, number 30.
And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox. All tied up, and we're at the top of the fifth. And foul ball. One down, base is empty. Not even close there. And the count is 2-2. And the righty deals. Ground ball right side. Rizzo. He takes it on his own. And the first two set down to the top of the fifth.
Now batting, second base.
So stepping in for Boston, Brock Holt. 2 down, nobody on. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That one misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, base is empty. The kick, the 3-2. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, he's been in a very giving mood today.
So the batting order turns over. Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. 2 outs. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now.
Now batting, right fielder. Bet.
So 2 down. Mookie Betts up next for the Red Sox. And that's outside. Wouldn't chase that time. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Number 27, a right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Chavez getting loose as well. Inside ball 4.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
2 outs, bases full. Now it's JD Martinez. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Lying, and that's a base hit. 1 runs in. Rowe comes into third, and it throws off line, safe at third.
He was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. So here's Boston's cleanup hitter. That's down and in.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
And that'll do it. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Cubs nothing. And we're back.
Leading off.
Stepping in the long ball threat, Patrick Wisdom. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul.
That's a foul.
And the pitch. Fouls it off, still 1-2. The wind and the pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. The wind and the pitch. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Righty delivers. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
That's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Victor Caratini, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1-2. The count.
The Red Sox leading by 2. Last half of inning number 5. On the ground out to short. Low throw and he can't pick it.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the Cubs leadoff man. And that's off the inside edge. 2-1. Caratini over at first with 1 away. Runner on the go. Makes the grab. 2 down. Throw sails over his head at first. Next is the designated hitter, Tommy La Stella. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this run, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
First and second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3. Cubs strand a couple. They're still down. It's 2-0. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, number 27.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And here is Xander Bogaerts. That's to third, Bryant. Slings to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Eduardo Nunez, the next to hit. Red Sox by 2, and we're the top half of the 6th. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
2 outs, base is empty. Jackie Bradley Jr. now at the plate. 2 down, nobody on.
Ball.
The Cubs bullpen with some action. Mark Leiter Jr. up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Wilson, the power lefty, up as well. Kicks and fires. Hit in the air, left field. That one gets down for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green.
Bradley runs. Strike in there. Throw is low, and he can't pick it.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. And they get the out after the ricochet. That's out number 3. 1 hit, 1 left. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Cubs nothing. Back down for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Eduardo Rodriguez.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
2-2, look out.
2-2 on the way. And that just misses.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Look out. That ball is smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
To the right side. Holt. Rizzo out of the play.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync, and the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
Daniel Murphy, the next Cub to hit. Up the middle. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder,
and up next for Chicago, Jason Heyward. Red Sox leading it by 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Hit hard, base hit. And Javier Baez with a chance to make an impact with 2 away.
All over that one right there. When you can turn the ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. He elevates that a little bit more. It's definitely out of here.
Runner at first with 2 away. The batter now, Javier Baez.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Kicks and deals. And he walked it.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
To first and second with 2 outs. Patrick Wisdom getting ready to hit. Line drive. Brings it in, and that's the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. On to the 7th in Game 7. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Cubs nothing. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Justin Wilson.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And
2-2.
another ball. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and it drops in. So now back to the top of the order.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knock. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Now here is Andrew Benintendi. Holtz on at first, nobody out. And the slider just misses.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Switch through that one, it's a strikeout.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Here's Mookie now. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Man at first, 1 away. Just misses with that one.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from a bat to a bat.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Oh, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
The 1-1. That one missed.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Line to right, base hit. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work.
Now, Mark Leiter Jr. will take over here.
Just trying to keep this one close here. This is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now, number 18. And he takes a strike. And he deals. Line drive, base hit. 1 runs in. Now a second crosses the plate, and it's 4-0.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to have. There's so many positives that led to that knock.
And here comes Sander Bogaerts. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Bogaerts retired. 2 down. So first and second with 2 outs. And next for the Red Sox, Eduardo Nunez. 2 on, 2 outs. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. That one missing inside. 2 runs across in the inning here in the late stages of Game 7. And he hits a ground ball right side. Throw on balance the inning, and they limit the damage. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. 7th inning stretch time. The Red Sox 4 and the Cubs nothing.
This is what I'm made for.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Joe Kelly.
Power slider guy, though. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
Now the Cubs catcher, Victor Caratini. The Cubbies in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
Holtz fires over to first, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting, number 18.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder. That one hammered, but pulled foul. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Missed with a changeup, and the count's even at 2. And that one just missed off the outside edge. One down, base is empty. Ground ball right side. Bounces into the outfield, base hit.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. We'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Now it's the DH, Tommy La Stella. Swings through that one.
1-2.
Foul ball still, 1-2 count.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
Liner snagged at first. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. 8th inning coming up. The Red Sox 4 and the Cubs nothing. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 46.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And now the center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Left-hand hitter waits. Pitch in the dirt. The count now 2-2. And the right-hander deals. Struck him out swinging. He swung over top of the curveball.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
That's out to center field. Hayward on the move. That'll drop in as he plays it on a hop.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Brock Holmes digs in now. Here's a 1-1.
1-2.
Move to first, and he's back standing. One and two here. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Goes to second for 1, and it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 8th coming up. The Red Sox 4 and the Cubs nothing. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Chris Sale.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Chris Chris Bryant now at the plate. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out and he makes all the plays.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and now one away. And here is Anthony Rizzo. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The lefty fires. Fights that one away, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Two outs, base is empty. Daniel Murphy, the next Cub to hit. This to third, Nunez. And the Cubs go 1-2-3. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. They're down 4-0. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Brandon Morrow. There's Benintendi to start it off. The 1-1 is fouled off. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Next one off the plate inside, and that's ball 2. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's one down.
Now right fielder.
Here's Mookie now. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. One down, base is empty.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And the right-hander's 3-1. That's chasing that time. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. One out, base is empty. This one to Bryant. And Betts is gone.
Up next to the left side, the designated hitter, J.D.
2 outs, base is empty. J.D. Martinez, the next to hit. 2 outs. Swings 3 down.
1-2 for count.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 3 up, 3 down that time. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. The Red Sox 4 and the Cubs nothing. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Craig Kimbrel. Jason Hayward getting ready to hit.
The center fielder,
The 1-1. On the ground right side. And it gets by him. So he gets on base. An elimination game, one at a time, right?
And all of a sudden, the pressure moves to the other team. They came into this one feeling pretty good, but now that he's on, changes things a little bit.
Now it's Javier Baez. That pitch gets the inside corner. That's strike 2.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's going to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much. Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a cold ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Hayward, the base runner at first with 1 out. And it's even up. This one popped up. Nunez under it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
now the catcher, Victor Caratini.
1 out left for the Cubs. Victor Caratini will hit next. At the belt and fires. Inside corner, that's a strike. And it's a full count. The Cubs down by 4. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. One strike away. And that's it. They are World Series champions.
Congratulations to the champs. Game 7 of the World Series. Every player on both sides comes to the ballpark knowing that this is it. This team got it done. They've been a special club all year long, and it's fitting they win it all in a special series.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down to the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. For Chris Singleton and our outstanding crew, I'm John Sciambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Boston Red Sox. 4 runs on